What is going on, everyone? It is a new month, and that means it is time to head back to the world of the Nintendo eShop to find you 5 more fantastic hidden gems that you can add to your collection that are not going to cost you over $25 and that are going to be spectacular games for you to play. What's going on, everyone? I am Jay. The channel is Square Pegs. We do these videos twice a week. Why don't you hit that subscribe button down below? We talk modern and retro. Today, we just happen to be talking about the Nintendo Switch, and guess what? It is time for part 15 of this series where we look at 5 more games. Let's head on over to the Switch and take a look. Our first game today from P-Cube is called Agolos, and this one is awesome. If you are a fan at all of games like Mega Man or Super Mario World or Monster Boy, this game is so far up your alley it's not even funny. With fantastic visuals, amazing music, and great gameplay, this is just a love letter to 16-bit platformers that just feels great. You have a massive kingdom to explore with forests, seas, caves, temples, and all kinds of other great stuff in there. It is a non-linear game as well, so this isn't just a point A to point B. You get to go whatever direction you want and make your own path as you gain new abilities and equipment. You're going to be fighting huge bosses with their crazy minions all over the place, and there is an awesome mainline quest that you are going through to save and help the people of Lumen. I truly love this game. This is one that I've had my eye on for a while, and I actually was lucky enough to get this on sale at a very, very rare occasion. But if you want to pick up Agolos, which I strongly urge you to do, you can get it today for $14.99. Up next, we have Rava and the Cyclops Curse from AGGELOS, and big thank you to them for providing the review code for this game, but this was on my list. This is one I was planning on picking up anyway, because as you guys know, I love 8-bit classic platformers, and this one is magnificent. You play as Rava, a young apprentice who has 4 companions that will help her out that give you different powers as you play. The levels are huge and varied with all kinds of different enemies and different abilities that you're going to encounter and different ways to get through each one, with some strong puzzling elements in play here as well beyond just the standard running, jumping, and firing. Each ability is going to do something different. You're going to be able to use your ice ability to slow enemies down. There are ones that'll make different clouds appear that you're able to bounce off of. There's an ability that shoots up at an angle and one that drops down onto the ground, causing a minor explosion. It's up to you to determine how you're going to go through and what is the best way to proceed through each level. There are 10 different levels for you to go through with, like I said, with a huge variety of enemies and environmental hazards. There are all kinds of puzzles and obstacles for you to overcome along the way. You're going to find 1-ups and power-ups and different shooting abilities as you go, and of course, you're going to be charmed with the gorgeous pixel art style of Rava. She's an awesome protagonist and a truly fun game to play, and Rava and the Cyclops Curse is dirt cheap at $4.99. Next up, we have Jennyleclew Detective from Mography, and this game is such a pleasant surprise. First off, Jennyleclew has one of the most gorgeous presentations I have ever seen on the Switch. This game just drips in style and is just such a joy to behold. Like, you feel like you are in Jenny's world. You feel like you are there. Now, this game is an 8-hour adventure filled with mystery, suspense, and of course, bad jokes. There's voice acting throughout the entirety of the game, and you're also able to actually play this as an animated movie where you can autoplay the dialogue so you don't have to keep tabbing through things to make things move forward. It's a detective game. You're investigating, you're finding the truth, you're solving mysteries, and you play as the titular Jenny. You're in Arthurton, and nothing is quite what it seems, as any good mystery would be. Now, this is the most expensive game on the list this month, but honestly, Jennyleclew Detective is such a joy to play that the $24.99 price tag seems like nothing. Up next, we have Evoland Legendary Edition from Shiro Games, and man, I have wanted to play this game for years. It started on mobile, and it is something that I have looked at and wanted to try out, and I'm so happy I finally picked it up on the Switch. This is... I say this a lot in my reviews, especially for the eShop games that feature kind of a retro look to them, but I say that they're a love letter, but this one is 100% a love letter to classic RPGs because it is the classic RPGs. It runs through every possible trope, every possible scenario that you can imagine. It's inspired by these games, and as you play, the game upgrades, the game improves, and the game changes. You start off in like the most simple, basic 2D flat planar RPG, and as you go, you're going to keep progressing and keep moving in to find more different advantages and different types of things you're going to experience from later on in RPG series. Like eventually you'll be getting 3D graphics, or you'll be getting an overworld map as you're going around. It's all kinds of improvements like that. Now, that's not all you get. You also get Evoland 2, so you not only get the first game, you get the second one as well. These games are hilarious with a ton of humor and a great a great sense of self. They understand what they do, and they do it very well. Evoland Legendary Edition is a fantastic game if you love RPGs, and it can be yours for $19.99. And finally, this month, we have Super Hiking League DX from Bit Inc. Studios and Cubite Interactive. And man, I saw John Riggs playing this on one of his streams, and I just fell in love with the idea of what this game was. And then my buddy Corey picked it up on a whim, and, you know, at the price this game is at, you can't go wrong. Like, you're kind of hedging your bets at such a low cost, but the gameplay involved in this thing is so creative and so well done that you feel like you're playing a significantly more expensive game. Let's talk about it real quick. The game is ostensibly a platforming competition. You are trying to figure out who the best platformer is, and you can either compete against other people or against the computer. Now, I've only done the single player. I haven't done any multiplayer yet, but I love the single player game. You play as Nelson and you join the Hiking League. There's an evil wizard making mountains disappear and a plan to make the world perfectly flat, and you can't have that. Oh no, you want the world to hike. You want the hills, you want the mountains, you want to be able to go. Now, it's really cool because it's not just running and jumping. You also have a rope that acts as kind of like a rubber band, like a bungee cord. And as you pull down on the rope and you spring up, you're going to fling farther up the mountain to get closer to the top. Every level, you're going to the top to try and collect a jewel, and there's just such an awesome kind of frantic experience playing this game that it's tense, man. Like, you're going to catch yourself holding your breath as you play. It's really awesome. There's a great story mode here with beautiful retro graphics, fantastic tight control, and wonderful gameplay. I honestly love this game. Like I said, I have not played any multiplayer yet, but as a single player game, it's absolutely spectacular, so I cannot imagine how great it would be multiplayer. Definitely worth checking out. And like I said, the super low price here. Here's what this game costs. $4.99, and I guarantee you will not regret making this purchase. And there you have it, my friends. 5 fantastic eShop games, a little bit of something for everybody, and I hope there's something in here that you would be able to enjoy. If I could suggest for you to pick out one game this time, I would honestly say go for Super Hiking League DX because it is so much better than I can really express in words. I had so much fun playing it, and it is something I have gone back to repeatedly since I picked it up, and I absolutely love it. But don't overlook Rava and Evoland and Agolos as well. Every game on this list this month is really great, and Jennyleclew is such a breath of fresh air and such just an earnest, sweet game that absolutely worth picking up. Definitely check each of these out. If it's something that you look at and you go, you know what, that does look interesting, let me know in the comments down below. I'm very interested to see which games you saw on this list today that make you want to try them out. And hey, for next month is October. So we are doing a themed version of our eShop Hidden Gems where you're going to be looking at somewhat spooky games. So if there's anything you love that has a Halloween theme, features monsters, witches, crazy robots, anything like that, anything that you can conceivably put into a Halloween theme, let me know in the comments down below because I would love to check that game out. Hey, thank you guys so much for being here. Please hit like. Please subscribe if you are new around here and you have not already done so. And hey, if you really dig the work I do here, consider becoming a monthly Patreon sponsor like the fine folks you are seeing on the screen right now. I appreciate each and every one of them, and it is just such a joy to have them be part of the channel's progression as we go. Hey, Friday we are doing our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, so be sure to be here for that, where you'll be finding out all the details on what you're going to need to do. Until next time, folks, I have been Jay. Appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me as we look at 5 more fantastic hidden gems for the Nintendo eShop. Until next time, remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.